Let's talk about this. Since we're talking about people who work whenever they want to, Billboard has a top 50 best rap groups ever um, countdown going on now. After they've done the best 50 best rappers, best rap groups or duos. Excuse me. And people are out of whack in the fact that Black Star is ranked number 49, and the City Girls got ranked a spot above Mos Def and Talib Kweli. So they got Black Star 49, City Girls at 48. Um, the underground hip hop heads, the heads are exploding from the hip hop heads.
This this is what happens when you take 24 years off, Mike. So
Mhm.
do I necessarily?
Oh, time out. And you put that other album on an exclusive platform. That has something to do with this too.
I was going to get to the lack of
Yeah.
access too, Mike, but really the first thing that they like, the first, this is, Mike, people, this goes back to the sensitivity of it and people calling me a hater again, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I was talking shit last year and I'm like, how is this group all time great when they released one album? It was 24 years ago. It wasn't even album of the year contender the year that it came out.
Yeah.
It's been 24 years. You come back around and you put it out, and it's not even available for everybody to digest so people can get reacquainted with you. This is how City Girls ends up ahead of you. Like,
Yep.
so this is what I like to call a self-inflicted wound. Is Black Star deserve to be behind City Girls in a vacuum? Well, hell to the gnaw. But the reality of the matter is, Mike, if you actually want to look at cultural significance, viability, marketability, accessibility, notoriety, like literally everything that comes with the music business now as it exists today, it says put somebody like City Girls over Black Star. Because, Mike, Black Star didn't do their goddamn job. Why do we keep on? And it's crazy to me, Mike, how we deify a Mos and an Andre to the level in a Nas and a Jay as if the work is even comparable.
We're
Doesn't
basing it
doesn't
on talent and what we want it to be,
fuck all that
other
talent
than the
shit, Mike?
reality. Yeah, no. You're right.
Bean's better than both of them talent wise. Damn all that.
I'll say
We
this.
gotta stop doing that. That's why I'm saying it's not Coop hating. We gotta stop doing this. That's not that's not fair to Ice Cube's run. You understand that?
It's not.
That's not fair to Jay run. That's not fair to the fact that Scarface has never made a bad album in his life.
It ain't easy going out there and going to
Not fair to
work and
them.
putting in work. You know what I'm saying?
So
And
this,
again,
so this isn't about hating on Yasin or
I
Talib
love both
or
of them.
Kendrick. No, or Kendrick or Three Stacks. It's like, no, do you understand what other people have done? And that maybe because of what they done is why I'm saying we don't need to be talking about you that way because you haven't done that. What's wrong with saying that? In any other, Mike, everywhere else we can say that. It's like this. Mike, tennis again. French Open's going on right now. My guy Nadal is out. Djokovic and Nadal have 22 Grand Slam singles titles. Now, my favorite player growing up is Andre Agassi. Andre Agassi won 8 majors, Mike. How the fuck I look trying to convince people that my favorite player growing up is better than Nadal or Djokovic when these guys literally got 14 more majors than him?
right.
How? How am I going to win that argument? And so this Kendrick talk that we're having, this Andre talk, the Yasin and the Talib talk, it doesn't come from a place of not liking them. It's like, how you going to have a motherfucker with 5 or 6 majors on the same level as somebody with 20? It never works like that in any sport. Mike, when we talk about Michael Jordan, we just had a Bill Russell conversation. We just had a conversation about why they say defense wins championships. That's because Bill Russell won 11 and Wilt won 2.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's
So
the evidence.
there's evidence. So
Yeah.
when has it ever been okay, except in this rat shit, to not have ample evidence and still be deified like this? You understand Kendrick doesn't have what Nas and Jay have, right? You understand Andre doesn't have that. You understand Talib and Yasin don't have that, right? That's not Coop hating. Y'all need to start treating this shit fairly and on a proper scale because what you're really doing is disrespecting the legends who have put in the work when you deify the people who have it. You're not hurting Coop. Coop's sleeping fine. I'm gonna be knocked stone cold out tonight.
I think it's interesting, and you're right. I agree with you on everything you said for the most part. I think that, first of all, let me say this. If the Black Star album that dropped last year, which I thought was an incredible piece of work, if that would have actually been on streaming platforms available everywhere, I don't think they would be at number 49. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say that first things first. But number 2, though, people not having access to that. Most people didn't hear it. Most people didn't get an opportunity to actually listen to it in different spaces because, the app that it's on, again, it's a podcast app. So most people, you're not going to hear it out. You're not going to hear it anywhere outside of the comfort of your own space. That's what they wanted to do. That's their prerogative. Fine. So we can honestly say this list was put together basically with that album kind of not existing, right? Because you can't really gauge it.
But the Luminary album?
The Luminary
album on Luminary?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, Mike. Did they put themselves in position for it to exist, for it to be appreciated by a larger audience that's beyond their core base?
No.
City Girls, then. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, no, if you want to make your own rules, make your own list, too.
This is what Billboard said. They said the critically adored set was crystal clear. Let's see how. All right. They said a follow-up album finally arrived in 2022. But even if their output was limited to just the first singular document, Black Star deserves its place in the Pantheon. And it sounds like they're kind of being nice because let's be perfectly honest here. I don't know who they're going to leave out of this list, but they could have left Black Star off of the list and people wouldn't have tripped. Because we know what Talib and Most are as individuals. But as a duo, they were really being nice by even putting them on the list.
How? I mean, this is what I'm saying. It's like, no, we all know that Black Star is a better group than City Girls. What I'm saying is that Black Star didn't put themselves in a position to even make this a non-conversation. And that's on them. And I'm not the guy that's about to pull up and take up for you. Like, not me, because you know how I feel about going to work every day. And both of them, they don't be going to work every day. And when it comes to their group work, it's even more lackadaisical. And so, do they deserve to be head of City Girls in a vacuum? Well, of course. But they haven't done the things that they're supposed to do, Mike.
No.
For their talent level. Let's translate it back to the NBA again, Mike. Put Talib and Mos on a basketball court and tell me, especially with Yasin, that they've had the careers that they're supposed to have.
You know what? They're
underachievers, Mike.
Yeah.
Call it. They're underachievers.
They remind you of a basketball duo. Like, you know what? This looks like
Tatum and Brown, Mike.
I was gonna say they're Mello and AI. It's like
they're not that good.
No, I'm just saying when they played together, it's like when you see that on paper, you're like, oh shit, they about to take over everything.
Oh, right.
But it didn't.
When you see it on paper,
yeah.
Right. When you see it on paper,
they're like, yo, they're gonna beat everybody. But in reality, you're out in the first, second round.
Second round.
Yeah. This is what the top 50. They got 50 through 41 so far. So they got MOP at 50, Black Star at 49. City Girls at 48, Ray Sherman at 47, Yin Yang Twins at 46, Pete Rock and CL Smooth at 45, Criss Cross at 44, Kid and Play at 43, Heavy D and the Boys at 42, and Lil Brother at 41. Now,
none of those groups are technically better than Black Star. You feel me? Technically. But that's the only place that they're winning is technically that we know Yasin and Talib are better than those guys. But we don't have what?
Yeah, the evidence. And the fact that Lil Brother is at 41 lets you know that if these guys had another album that was actually out there, or maybe another album, they would be in the top 30 on this list. So,
I mean, think about this. And this is what I mean about even them as a group. Mike, the 24 years in between the group albums, how many songs did they do together?
Exactly.
Think about it, Mike. I mean,
but see, in hip hop, we like to reward non-working, and I don't know. Maybe that makes it a rarity for people or something. But
that's okay. So this is what I mean. So it's like, no, this is why I be holding Ray and Go so high. It's like they be working on each other's projects.
Yeah.
You always hear them together. I don't think I'm ever going to hear a Raekwon or a Ghostface album without Ray or Ghost on it, giving us a Ray and Ghost type of song.
And you
They're
know
just
what?
not going to do that. They just, Mike, they value their fans more than that. You can tell their catalog, the way that they've made music shows you how much they value us. That's why I value them so much and speak about them this way.
And even Jada and Styles, man. Like, even though Jada might not have that classic album, that quintessential classic album people say he should have, Jada and Styles work, man. They don't stop. And they sound great. And the same thing with Chic Luch, man. Like, the Lox as a collective, that's why they were so sharp on the versus stage, because they work.
Oh, but think about this: Method Man and Redman, unofficial duo, more records than Black Star.
Insane.
Styles and Jadakiss, more records. Nas and AZ have more records, Mike. They only did 10 or 11 records together.
I don't think they got more records than Black Star. They could, though.
No, I'm talking about in that gap between, Mike, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The gap between.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Nas and AZ did more work together in that 24-year gap.
Charles with the super chat says, congratulations to Pac on the Star. Fun fact, Pac's song Ballad of a Dead Soldier concept was adapted from a Shakespearean play, Macbeth. You know what? I guess we'll say that before we get out of here.
People keep hearing what they want to hear. I'm asking y'all, I know they've rapped on each other's albums. How many times in 24 years, though?
Not a lot, guys.
It's a handful of times. Like, they maybe have 5 records together in the last 24 years. It's not on a Black Star project.
And this is coming from a guy who used to search for their collaborations. Yeah. They got that one song, Bright as a Star, that shines. It starts off with the, damn, who is that speaking at the beginning? But where he's like...
Gil Scott?
No. He's saying that Mos Def is the color of Marcus Garvey.
Right.
And Talib is the color of Malcolm X. Yeah. Jay Short with the super chat says, better debut and more impact. Arrested Development or Black Star? At least Arrested Development kept going. Hip hop changed on them. Arrested Development's first album.
Shows and radio and...
Y'all are going to kill me for saying this, but Arrested Development's first album is better than Black Star's first album, yes. And Tennessee is better than every song on there, including Respiration.
Thank you. Tennessee, Mike.
It is.
Tennessee. Yeah.
So, yeah, that album also had Mr. Window on there. Also had Everyday People on there.
Everyday People, Mike? Yeah, stop playing.
Yeah, my parents had that album.
Everybody's parents had that album, Mike.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, though, congratulations to Tupac for getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I thought he been had it, honestly, man. I didn't know why it took so. When I got that news, I was like, I thought he had that already, man. You know what?
A little late.
You know, I kind of started looking at the Hollywood Walk of Fame a little different, and I say this respectfully. When Pitbull got one, I was like, whoa, that was quick. Because, I guess when you go out there and you see those stars, you're thinking like, iconic people who've been around for 25, 30 years. And I think Pitbull got his. He had been around maybe like 5 or 6. I was like, oh, shit. It's different. But, yeah, congratulations to that. Pac should have everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've talked about Pac's legacy in length over this past week. And I'm going to finish that Dear Mama series, too, I promise. I love it, what I'm seeing so far. Pac was a rider. Pac was a real one. And if we want to talk about people who need to be the blueprint for that next generation and being balanced, he is the guy.
All right. So, Mike, what list are we working on next? And we got to put some MCs in the ringer. We didn't put any MCs in the ringer this week, but we still got a couple people we need to get up in here, like Doom and Tretch and MJG, CeeLo. We still got some people to run through.
Man, we're 3.5 hours in. I know we got
on. No, I ain't saying we got to do it now. I'm saying like on Monday.
Okay, I got you. Okay, Monday, I think we need to totally dedicate it to that, if we can.
We need to get started on our next list. Are we doing our beats list next, or are we going?
Let's do the beats list next. I know I've been kind of slow on the beats list because I'm just looking for qualifiers, man, and not trying to be.
Taking you 2 weeks, you're overthinking it, Mike. That's what I'm saying, Mike. Like for me, it's like I don't like making lists the way that you make lists because it takes the feeling out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, nigga, I remember where I was when Dipset Anthem dropped. It's like, give me that beat.
That beat was crazy.
No, I remember where I was. No. When the bridge is over, come on, I'll still be like, oh no, that's fire. That's 87. They made it be there. It's like, yeah, Marley Marl, man. Yeah, that's how I did it. I didn't do it off of no like, oh, it had to be from this year, that year. Like, man, how that shit sound?
Okay, well, I'll take my year bracket out of it. I'm just gonna go with the best beats that I've heard.
Yeah, Mike. Like, it's like I was just like, no. What's the best beats at? Like, where's shadowboxing at? Fuck all that other shit. Shadowboxing.
Hey, when I heard Stargazing, man, for the first time, shit changed things.
Played Stargazing on my station head the other day. People want to know when we're doing the Wu Death Row station head and this Drake Future station head.
I know Ron's trying to do this Drake Future station head like Sunday before the game or something.
Okay.
When you want to do this Death Row and
I want to say I hope both of you toxic niggas with your toxic choices lose. I hope you both lose. I hope it's 9-9 and a tie. 9-9, 2 ties. That's what Coop hopes for. It's gonna be the toxic player haters ball.
When do you want to do this Death Row thing? This Death Row Wu thing?
I mean, whenever you want to take this L, Mike. Whenever you want to take this.
You want to do it next Friday?
I'm cool with it. I think it looks like we're probably gonna start getting music. If you're cool with kind of like splitting up the show and then heading into the station head.
Okay, let's do it next Friday.
Because I have a feeling we're gonna start actually getting album releases since the summer's here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we need to go ahead and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah.
I mean, I'm also Mike. I'm down for like a Thursday night station head.
I'll see if I can do Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm down for the Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? So we can still do our full show on Friday because I feel like music's coming.
Right. Okay. Brother Gabe with the super chat says, "What group needs to be top 10?" I say in order: Wu, Cass, De La, Tribe, NWA, EPMD, Run DMC, Mobb Deep, Goody Mob, Public Enemy. I love Goody Mob, but I don't think they're gonna make.
Goody's not gonna make the top 10. Love Goody. Said most of mine. I mean, easy choices are Public Enemy, NWA, Outkast, Wu-Tang, De La, Tribe. That's 6.
I hope De La makes the 10. I know
De La's top 10.
I know. I know it, but I'm just saying. I know a lot of times they get overlooked.
Mobb Deep, 7.
I think 8Ball and MJG, man.
I was thinking UGK.
I love UGK. I think UGK's impact overall.
We just meet in the middle at 3-6.
Yeah, I think UGK's impact overall, has has
8Ball and MJG make better music, but UGK's impact is bigger. But 3-6 owns the style because everybody making beats like DJ Paul, including Metro.
Exactly. What I was gonna say though, I think that UGK's legacy is what it is because of Pimp C. Even though there is some balance in that group, but I think Pimp C's tone and his influence, you could hear in generations after it. Look at ASAP Mob, all of that. But yeah, I think if we go catalog for catalog, 8Ball and MJG have the better catalog of music. Mm-hmm. I just think that their star power is in 8Ball, which isn't as big of star power as Pimp C.
No, the star power is big, not as transcendent. In DJ Paul and in Pimp C, you have the two trendsetters stylistically for their era.
And it's crazy because people wouldn't even realize it. They weren't trendsetters when it was happening. It happened generations after them. Because me and my guy Melvin were the only ones listening to 3-6 down here.
So that's what dwarfs 8Ball and MJG now when you look at it is that, well, shit, everybody sound like Paul and Pimp.
Because at the time, it would have been an easy one to say. Back then, it was easy 8Ball and MJG over them. But as time has gone on,
to say that.
Yeah. But as time has gone on, the impact, it's funny, man. Sometimes you just got to wait and see. Charles with the super chat says, also I love Ice Cube, but lyrically, he's not touching Pac. For real, for real. And you gave him that over Pac.
You want to know what? Do we need to put Tupac back through here again? Just because, good Lord. Because, I mean, where's he at?
Let's put that in there. I mean, he's like top 5 still, I think.
He's at 4, Mike. So apparently, I mean, you want to put him back through again? He's at 4. It's Nas, Jay-Z, Ice Cube. He's ahead of Rakim and Biggie. Like, I don't know.
People think that he should be ahead of Ice Cube.
I'm with that. I listen to Pac more than I listen to Ice Cube. I'm just being objective about the rubric. If it's my personal list, Mike, it's going like, Nas, Pac, Rakim probably on my list.
Basically, on the rubric, from what I remember, Ice Cube beat him in longevity categories.
He did, Mike.
And that's what it is.
Hold on. I mean, you want to do it right quick, just right quick before we go?
Okay, we'll do it and get up out of here.
Yeah, let's go out on this. Impact, that's Tupac. Right?
Yeah.
Live performance, that's Tupac.
Yeah.
Lyrics, we gave that to Ice Cube. Are we wrong for that?
I don't know, man. Let's just say that's a draw. Or you know what? Let's put that in the
Put
chat.
it in the chat.
Who's
Storytelling, Mike. Ooh.
that's cute. And not by a lot, but that's cute.
Okay. Classic albums, that's Cube.
Yeah.
Classic songs, that's Pop.
Yep.
Longevity of albums, that's Cube.
Yeah.
Longevity of songs, that might be Pop.
Yeah.
Classic collaborations, that's Cube.
Yeah.
Career longevity quality is Ice Cube. Voices Tupac. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was the lyrics, Mike. So lyrics is the tiebreaker.
All right. Well, right now it's 50-50 with 22 votes. We'll let it get up to 50 votes, and we're going to go from there. Vote in the chat. It's right there. Okay.
So there y'all go. Pac might move back up again.
All right. It all comes down to what y'all say. Right here. And then we're going to get up out of here.
Up there we go.
You see it? 29 votes. Pac's up 55%, 45%. 32 votes. Pac is still ahead. 34 votes. Now, Pac ain't got the albums, y'all. I see y'all saying that in there. Nah, man. Kill at Will, Death Certificate, America's Most, Straight Outta Compton, no.
Easy Does It, West Side Connection, no.
West Side, yeah, Bow Down.
Yeah, West Side Connection's album, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah.
41 votes. It looks like Pac's
you didn't bring up the Predator either, or Lethal Injection.
I did.
Because you didn't have to.
Nope.
Right. What the people say, Mike?
Looks like Pac's winning the better lyricist.
Okay, that's where Ice Cube beat him in our opinion. So.
Yeah. So 45 votes. I mean, it's not completely done, but Pac's winning 61% to 39%.
Flip flop, 3 and 4. There you go. All right. Hope you're happy.
I'm sure they are.
It's not like it wasn't close. It's not like we were saying, man, Ice Cube, man, you really walked the dog on Tupac.
Yeah, it just came down to who you think's
not
lyrically
the category.
better. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get up out of here, man. Everybody have a great weekend. This was a fun show. There's still some things we didn't get to.
Look, Mike, if I offended any Atlanta rappers from today's era, I don't give a shit. Have a good night.
They said who won The Voice, Pac or Cube? Yeah, Pac won that.
Pac won in The Voice. I meant that too. I don't give a shit.
And you know what? And that, to me, that's not by a lot.
Like, no, I mean, think about it, Mike. Future's diverse because he came from Dungeon Family. Like, what Future does is diverse. I've always given him that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's not the guy that made Karate Chop and Tony Montana. He ain't been that guy in forever, Mike.
Well, can't wait to get my Future playlist together. All right, y'all have a great y'all have a great weekend. I'm gonna go find something neat. Yep.